It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Um, News on my end is I am now officially on antibiotics and sort of bringing out the big guns, and I'm hoping that after a week and a half of getting out of breath cough that I'm sort of heading in a better direction. So anyway, happy to be here. So I was thinking of doing some breathing exercise, and I realized I can't actually do that because I'll just end up coughing uncontrollably. So breathing. My goal is to get to the breathing exercises by the end of the week. Today, I thought we would focus on the reframe, defined as when we're able to change our relationship to situations, experiences, ideas, whatever it might be that we're experiencing in any given moment, our ability to shift our what's called the explanatory style. Um, And it takes a fair amount of courage and creativity to do this well, especially with situations that I mentioned on. So it was just yesterday. We're still here in this community reeling from this, the death of these kids in a car accident. Pretty horrific. And again, like I said, there's no making sense of it. I noticed my brain constantly wants to find some way to understand, why does this happen, and there's no way of making sense of it. And so there is some element of courage and creativity that enters the picture to say, well, how does one turn a so-called bad experience into what I would call a rich experience? So it's clearly a bad experience, um, what happened to these kids, but I'm also noticing that my relationship to the experience, there's an opportunity for increased self-compassion, self-connection, vulnerability, kind of tenderness, humility. The list goes on, right? So there's always an opportunity to focus our attention in such a way where we can at least try to harvest something positive out of something that may otherwise just be overwhelmingly negative. So I thought that's the goal for today is let's see if we can practice using our attention to reframe and shift our relationship to something that may feel negative to something where we can notice some positive aspects. Start by closing our eyes and bringing attention to the here and now. So sitting, breathing, being in this moment. And how do we connect with the present moment? There's some telltale signs that we are connected with the present moment when we connect with the body, especially sensations such as breath. Breath is happening right now. So becoming attuned to what it's like to inhabit a body that's breathing in this moment means that we are being present to this moment. So slowing down enough to simply notice breath coming, breath going. It's not the memory of breath. It's not the anticipation of breath in the future. It's literally being connected to breath, as it comes and goes in this moment right now. That's how we know that we're inhabiting the present moment. And see if you can touch into the sensation of what it's like to be present. Meaning there's a quality of attention, there's a palpable sort of feeling tone or a sense of what it's like to be in the present moment, as opposed to being lost in thought about the future or the past. So what's it like when we direct our attention to the present moment? And see if you can expand and open up the aperture that of attention in this present moment. Of course, we were focusing on breath coming and going. See if there are other parts of your sensory experience that you can fold into this tension in the present moment. So we're starting with the feet, the sensation of sitting. How do you know that you're sitting? Just because there's certain sensory experiences that you can connect with, have to do with touch points of the body with the chair or however you find yourself. That's how you know in this moment that you're sitting. How do you know that you have a spine, the head attached to the top of that spine? Bringing your attention to the direct experience of spine, head. Do the same with hands. How do we know that we have hands? We can wiggle our fingers, push the palms of our hands together. It's a way of drawing attention to the experience of hands. This is how we flex attention. Can We can intentionally focus attention on the feet, hands, breathing, the body. And we can also focus attention on memories. So bring to mind a memory, recent or could be in the distant past, but something that just didn't feel that great, something that quote unquote was bad. And then notice How did you know that this experience was bad? Where in the body did you feel the badness? And what was it like in the mind of this quote unquote bad experience? What was the problem? And flexing our attentional control, we can on the one hand say, yeah, I see my natural inclination to label this as bad. I can see the problem. I can clearly see how things should or shouldn't have been a certain way. It's okay. Here comes the courage and the creativity to see if we can explore this experience and lean into the richness instead of just the badness of it. What's this experience teaching us or showing us? Focus attention on that. It's the opportunity in this challenging experience. What's it showing us that is rich, positive, and valuable? Directing our attention in this way is functionally the same thing as focusing on the feet, noticing breath, focusing our attention in the hands. In this case, we're just focusing attention on a memory, choosing to open up and explore. There may be some positivity in this experience that we're remembering. In my experience, difficult memories and experiences are usually filled with a tremendous amount of richness, the opportunity to learn something new, remember something that we've already learned. Take a deep breath in, slow exhale through the mouth. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another deep inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the mouth. Letting go, memory, remembering to be present right here, right now. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, open your eyes. Come back to the session. I forget there's a Chinese character that has um, danger is the same character as opportunity, or anyway, just sort of remembering that the reframe is really about flexing the skill and the capacity to say clear about the pain or the negativity that I can attach to and whatever this experience is, question is, do I have the courage and the creativity to seek the opportunity in whatever's happening? So that was the intended theme for today. Hope that worked out. So take care, everyone. See you tomorrow.